What is up, everybody? I hope you are having a fantastic evening. It is film review day. Probably not going to be the best film. You know how we do. We just kind of watch it through. I don't watch it before watching it with you. I want a genuine response on it. I think there's some things that we got to watch for, though, today as we get into it. I want to look at wide receiver separation. I want to look at play call creativity, amongst other things, I guess. I mean, obviously, we're going to watch the play and watch the ball and where it goes and all those other things, but that's really what I'm looking at. Separation, coach creativity as far as the play call goes. And we'll see where it goes. So we're going to watch the offense tonight, but before we get there, I got to hit this intro. All right. Welcome back to Last Second Sports, where we are giving you our take down to the last second. As I said, it is a film review night. Make sure you check out the sponsor of the show. Today's sponsor is Underdog. Check them out. Link is in the description. As you know, Underdog has you covered, whether it is more or lesses, weekly fantasy football. Use my promo code to get a deposit match, 50% up to $1,000 plus your free pick. That being said, say we jump into the film. I mean, I think we know it's not going to be great, but there's a lot of talk about firing Kyle Shanahan and what that looks like. So, maybe, just maybe, we can break down Kyle's performance. I think that's important to do, right? Here we go. Change this real quick. All right. Should be good to go. Check in with the chat real quick. See how y'all are doing. Shanahan has to go. Let's go. Jerry Rice says all Kyle has to do is go deep to fix the offense. Yeah, I don't know that it's that easy, but there's definitely some creativity. There's always the Cowboys to go to root for. Traitors. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never understood this take, right? Like, again, I'll ask you the same thing that I ask everybody, which is when you're frustrated that people are negative with the team, what positive spin is there? You know what I mean? Like, what positive spin should we be putting on things? You tell me the positive spin and we'll run with it. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. First play of the game. A little toss. It's more than that. You're not bad. It's just the chat, not directed towards you. No. I I don't care if it's directed towards me or not. Like, I'm not tripping about it. Dude, challenge whatever I'm saying. I have no issue with that. Whether it's me or the chat. My question is, like, genuinely, like, what should people be excited about at 5-5 with no signs of this team being good? I mean, this was a make or break all-in or Super Bowl year. The 49ers knowingly, we knew they weren't going to take my advice, which was basically burn it to the ground a year early this offseason prior to keeping all these guys long term and ruining next year and all those other things. But we knew that wasn't going to happen. But here we are at 5-5. They just lost to Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. And it's like, man, y'all are too negative. Go root for the Cowboys. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying. Kendrick, yes, he did. And I listen, man, you're in here all the time. I really do appreciate your support. I'm not like trying to come at you. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to give a critique, you gotta have like the answer. I have no problem talking about, things and being positive. I just don't know where that's at. Kendrick says, did the Cowboys content creator ever wear the Niners hat? He did. He did. He always comes through. He did last year as well. That's my guy. That's my guy, boss. All right, here, let me be a little bit quicker to the draw here. Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to work out my buttons here on this. All right. Watch it in slow motion. Kind of just wanted to see if guys were getting separation, right? Not a lot of separation. I mean, Jennings maybe a little bit, but nothing crazy there. Nothing crazy there. Guys are getting leverage though. Like Juice had inside leverage, what have you. It's just not a lot of separation. I think, here's the other thing though, too, is we're like low key so spoiled with how much separation the 49ers have gotten in the past. Like they get so wide open. And now they're not. And it can be hard to watch. Very, very frustrating. You know what I mean? Very frustrating. This one to me was like a curious play too, because look at Jennings. See, I remember. You guys remember this play? And I was like, why is he running it short of the sticks? Now, is he running it short of the sticks? Watch down at the bottom of the screen. Is he running it short of the sticks? Or did Brock throw him short of the sticks? I don't know. That one's tough. That's hard to tell. It was close, though. It was borderline. But either way, they go 3 and out to start. Not ideal. Not ideal, I would say. We'll probably get a better look at it from not this angle, but the next one. Because this one, you're just going to see him go short of the sticks. I'm curious to see on this other angle if we can see it better. Probably not, because he's going to exit the screen. Yeah, that first angle was the best angle that we got of it, unfortunately. I don't know. Whether he was thrown short, ran short, either way, they go 3 and out. Not a great start. Not a great start. Here's a critique I know a lot of people have had. Condensed formations, a lot of condensed formations. Even when you go 3-4 wide receivers, pretty much everybody's close to the line of scrimmage. I mean, not the line of scrimmage, but the God, jeez. I just woke up from a nap. My head is not as clear as it should be. But not the line of scrimmage, but condensed. They're all tight together, close to the offensive lineman is what I was looking for. Bear with me, y'all. I apologize. What do you guys think? You think CMC looks even close to his old self? You have Debo that kind of broke open on the backside of the play. I just what down was that? Second down? Hold on a second. Second and 8. Second and 8. So I wanted to make sure we weren't looking at a third down situation. Look at how deep all these routes are. Look at how deep all these routes are. Now, mind you, they got to get to the 38 roughly. Okay? They got to get to the 38 roughly. I mean, why? Why does everything have to be so far downfield and long developing? You can't have anything underneath. No crossing routes, no, I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. Like you're asking to take a sack or put Purdy in a bind. Now, luckily, again, I've talked about it all year. I think the offensive line's played. No, I don't think. I know the offensive line's played way better than anybody ever expected. But you still shouldn't expect that to continue all the time. I mean, when you have a McKivitz and a Brendel who aren't the best, you can't expect that that's always going to hold up. And you're running every route 4, 5, 6 yards past the sticks on 2nd and 8. I don't know. Play action. Look at that. Look at what happens. Play action. Look at how open. Look at how open this gets. Let's watch the linebackers. Yeah, they didn't really bite too hard on that, but you still get Jennings wide open on this one. Wide open. They do two things here. Also, Juice is in motion. He's not stopping his motion. It's the cheap motion, right? Where he keeps going. He just can't go towards the line of scrimmage, but he's staying in motion. So you've got that. You've got that along with play action. And you get Jennings wide open. Wide open. Yeah, you're right. I mean, zone is definitely where Brock tends to eat. That's for sure. Dave says, and I am not a trader. Lyle isn't here forever. I am. Based. Dave says, I'm as old as Jesse or maybe a touch older, and I remember the Niners winning not when a guy is on the field. Lyle has proven he can't finish and really can't do much. Elite roster, mid result. And then Dave says, Lyle is out of ideas. Shoot the moon. Yeah. I mean, the creativity definitely doesn't seem to be there. You know what I mean? For sure, dude. For sure. For sure. Oops. Okay. Sorry, I'm just not going to dive into the run plays a lot. Yeah, Pearsall got a little separation there, but again, that's more of a clear out route from him. I do like this though. I do like they have a bunch going on over here. Again, Pearsall off the line of scrimmage, so he can't be pressed. At least he is using Ricky the right way, in my opinion. This is exactly how Ricky needs to be utilized. Debo looks like he's running a return route. Okay, I do have this question, though. Again, this is just my interpretation of how the offense is ran. Anybody that knows for sure, you can dispute this and tell me that I'm wrong and walk me through it. But the way I understand the 49ers offense is you get to choose a side pre-snap, okay? You get to choose a side pre-snap based off of what you see, and or Purdy based off of what he sees, and then he's going to work his progressions outside in, right? That's pretty typical. My question is, you have a one receiver route on the right. You have Reek Woolen pressed up and a safety over the top. So technically you might have 2 over 1. And it's the short side of the field. Now you have the wide side of the field over here, which means you have more room to work with. And you have 3 receivers in what looks to be a 3 over 3. Why are we choosing the right side pre-snap if that's the case? What? I don't understand that portion of it. Like, you tell me. You have Jennings on the right side, one-on-one, again, but potentially with the safety over the top. So I look at it as 2 over 1. And on the left side, you have more field to work with. You have 3 receivers, and it looks like you have 2 corners and a safety. So basically 3 on 3, potentially 2 on 1, wide side of the field. I don't know. That's just me though. I don't understand that. And that's exactly what you get, by the way. By the way, that's exactly what you get is one-on-one over here. Now, it completes the pass, but way harder than it probably has to be, right? I don't know. I don't know. All right. 4 minutes left. Getting his own look. Oh, look, a Mason sighting. Look at how good he is when he touches the ball. That's crazy. Wow. Chris says Shanny has 0 situational or personnel awareness. So tired of his rookie head coach mistakes, and it's the same mistake. It's because his head's always buried in the play sheet, man. Nothing wrong with our weapons. Plenty of coaches could put up more than 17 points than what we had. Yes, I agree. Completely agree. Dave Barclay says Chris and Daza are both right. Lyle ain't it, son. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 17 points against a team that allows 23, almost 24 points a game. It's pretty disgusting. It's pretty disgusting. Dude, look at this. That's his 2 carries. It's his 2 carries. I mean, he just got 4.5 yards, and that was the worst of his 2 carries. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't. Why can't he get in the game? I don't get it. I will say Jennings, for the most part, has gotten pretty open on a couple of these. This is a good play design here, right? You get Debo in motion. He's not really stopping. You got 3 over here. But I will say this, personnel. Why? Why is Juice on the field going up against a corner? He's not going to get open. Like, you're not ever going to make that throw. Why wouldn't you have Ricky out there? Make that make sense. That is what I don't understand. Even when you drop a really good play, your personnel is still way out of whack. I mean, this is a throwaway route when you have an elite corner in Witherspoon on your fullback. It's just not going to make sense. I mean, you're just not going to throw it. You're not even going to look that direction. And Seattle knows they're not going to throw it, evidenced by not even covering him. Literally didn't even worry about Juice. Was like, yeah, you go ahead, make that throw. We know just with me over here, you're not going to throw to your fullback. Jeez, man. Yeah, let's just get Juice out wide over here, man. You know, you get the Swiss Army knife out here against a cornerback. You're definitely making that throw. God, dude. Why? Why? Hmm. I mean, you seeing what I'm seeing? Rock last year makes this throw 10 times out of 10. If he has essentially a flat footed defender and a receiver crossing his face, he makes that throw 10 times out of 10 last year. I mean, that's. I mean, that's not even me like saying, "Oh man, Josh Allen makes that throw." Like, no, Brock Purdy makes that throw last year. Ah, the turf monster. Damn it. I was so glad he was able to make up for it the play after. It's just like everything that could go wrong has at times. It's just nobody's fault. He just slips, man. Oh my gosh. All right, whatever. They score here. Nice. Nice. How many they sent? A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're only blocking 5. So Purdy has to take off. It's a nice run. Oops. Not trying to go all the way back here. Oh, where did I go? Hold on. Hold up. There we go. Jeez. Why not hit Juice now? Right? Like these are the types of plays where like it looks really good and he runs around and he makes a throw and does a, but like he's open now. Make the throw now instead of doing all this. You literally get the same play but make it way harder. Let's see if he's looking at him. He may not even be looking at him. He actually looks like he's looking left. Is he looking at Debo? Gosh, just boom, boom. Either one of those. I'm sorry. I would never, ever, ever look at Debo with Witherspoon on him. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. You're drawing dead. You're drawing dead. Dave Barclay says, why is Tang on the field? Why is he on the team? One juice, OJ. Jazza says, I was against the Pearsall pick at the time, still am, because it wasn't a need, and I knew we'd never use them. Should have invested in O-line, D-line. I knew, I won't say I knew. I suspected they would take a receiver with one of their first two picks. I did, knowing that Ayuk and or Debo would be gone soon. So that wasn't the surprise. I just don't think they took the right one. Chris Tellerico says you don't need that much creativity when you have a running back who falls forward for 6 yards. Agree. But he force feeds Debo and CMC. Roman did more with less for years by handing it off to Gore. I agree. Completely agree. Look at what Roman's doing again. I have a hot take, and I actually tweeted this 2 years ago. But if you go look, Greg Roman takes a lot of crap from people. But Greg Roman offensively is what people think Kyle is. You go look at his offensive ranks through the years and compare those to Kyle's. I mean, we can say, oh yeah, he's just no, he doesn't have any creativity. Like that was the knock for years. And I do think there's a ceiling with Greg Roman, right? I fully believe that. But his offensive ranks are always good, especially in the running game. Especially in the running game. Dave Barclay says, I promise other teams are clowning Lyle. Easy win. Dave says, I love that most fans aren't blind to Lyle's no wins. Well, I don't know. It's hard to support a team when they're 5-5. Dave Barclay says, same play, way harder. Who's Lyle for 1,000, Alex? I don't know that I would put that one on Kyle, but but I definitely wouldn't be looking down Debo, which is what it looks like he was doing over when Witherspoon's over there. You know what I mean? I don't know that I would prefer that. It's not a matchup I think you're going to win very often. I'm just throwing that out there. Again, not a matchup I would go after. You've got Witherspoon one-on-one with CMC. You've got time in the pocket. I don't like, was the game plan, and maybe it was. None of us are ever going to know, but gosh, it sure does seem like the game plan was go at Witherspoon, which what? What? Why would you go at Witherspoon? Why? That's so dumb, dude. Witherspoon, I've been saying this since last year when he was a rookie. He is the most versatile corner in the NFL. He's a great blitzer. He's great in zone. He's great in man. He does everything, man. Everything. This is what you chose? This is what you chose to throw to. I mean, I'd rather just throw to Debo in the flat and see if he can break a tackle at that point. And then you didn't even take your eyes off of it, man. You didn't even look anywhere else. You start on Saubert real quick. Okay, cool. Now you're already on CMC. Stay on CMC. Slide in the pocket. Dude, all right. All right, man. All right. It doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Gosh, dude, all right. Cool, man. Cool. Cool beans. That was the creative play, and it got literally nothing. Here's the other thing, right? Okay. I like the thought of creativity here, but you're literally bringing Debo right next to CMC, which means the eyes of these guys right here, like if you're going to hand off to CMC and you're doing all of this orbit motion, whatever, the design is you want to take the eyes of these three guys, right? 13, 21, 48, I think that is. And you want to get them to move their eyes so that maybe you can hand off to CMC and you can throw them off. But when you're literally running Debo right towards CMC, where are their eyes going to go? Where are their eyes going to go? You should have done that opposite. You should have had them come from left to right, spin around and go out this way, like the opposite way. And maybe that shifts their eyes enough to where you can hand off to CMC and get something. But you're literally bringing Debo right towards it. I mean, they don't even take it serious at all. No hesitation. They're like, cool, that's going to CMC. That's going to CMC. Pretty cool. There's old Witherspoon. Just holding serve against Debo so he can help make the tackle here. Good old Witherspoon. Gaza says Johnson and Salah 2025. Dave says, ever notice how Lyle's offense doesn't have a niche? He also says 90% of coaches would feed Mason in this cast. And then Chris Tellerico says, I've noticed that Purdy is staring down receivers now. Yeah, he's definitely doing it more than he ever did. That's for sure. Dave says, can we get real? Get a coach and move forward. No Debo, no Ting. Probably most of the D-line gone. Trent can play harder or go. No more Lyle Lynch, and a new head coach can fill in all the holes and start anew. The problem is they're probably going to want their own quarterback too. And that's what makes it really hard. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. I mean, you actually get Pierce all open over here. Not that he's looking that way, right? But God, I don't understand how players fall for that. Dude, every time. Every single time. I don't understand how players fall for that. It's so funny to watch though. And you know they're gonna fall for it. Every time they're gonna fall for it. Just like what? How do you fall for it every time, man? Every single time. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. I need to get like a soundboard and add Chris Berman sound effects to it. But yeah, Brock could make that throw to Pearsall. He can. He can. Hey, look at that. CMC sighting. Nice. Nice. Oh, penalty though. Penalty though. God, dude. Nobody goes in motion more than Juice, right? Good quick decision there. I like that he recognizes the blitz and throws right at it. That was a miss in the Super Bowl, if you guys remember. That was a miss in the Super Bowl. We got 3rd and 1. See, I don't like this. I don't like Ricky being up on the line of scrimmage where he can be pressed. Now he's not pressed here, but to me, I want him off the line of scrimmage. Holding. Now you got what? 3rd and 12. Ooh. You know you're in a man situation. I mean, Jennings is just dude. I don't know what this team would be without Jennings. I really don't. I really don't. I mean, that is such a physical grab. Incredible, man. I mean, he's got all the time in the world here, man. They're doing a great job. But again, you've essentially got a 2-receiver route. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocking 4. Seven blocking 4. And Juice out on a route. These guys are running deep. I don't know. See if Conley gets open at all here in these windows. The linebackers definitely suck up, so they give you the space you need. Gosh, man. I mean, there's a lot of room to throw to Conley there. Sure is a lot of room, it seems like, to throw to Conley. And he doesn't even really look at it. It's like he doesn't even trust it at all. See if he looks at it from this angle. Be able to see the stripe on his helmet. He's looking at the linebacker. Right? Yeah, he's looking. Certainly he's looking. God, I mean, you've got 7 yards. Let that ball rip, man. Right? I mean, how many times have we seen him make this exact throw? I don't know, man. Again, I get it. I get it. I get the receiver separation stats and all the whatever, but man, there are still plays to be made that he would have made in the past, man. He would have made this throw in the past. He's looking right at it, dude. Look at the stripe of his helmet. Look at the stripe of his helmet. He's staring right at it. And then he just throw it to Juice in the flat. Steve-O, listen, bud. Nobody is saying, oops, that's not what I meant to do. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. Steve-O, nobody is saying that I can do what Brock does at all. My point is that this is the job of an NFL quarterback. Right? Like, this is his fucking job. He's looking at the receiver. This is a throw he's made 1,000,000 times. So what the rebuttal is, oh, you couldn't do it? No, I couldn't do it. That's why I'm not in the NFL. That's why I'm not playing quarterback. But that doesn't mean that he shouldn't because Jesse can't. You understand how stupid that sounds? Jeez, man. It's not like he didn't see it. If he wasn't looking that way, I would understand. If he just didn't see it, I would totally understand. But he did. He saw it, and he didn't throw the ball. You got to make that throw. And you're right. I don't know anything, but you're watching. So what does that mean? Dave says Brock can go to no love lost. Just don't pay him. Okay. I'm just saying, if you're going to get a new coach, chances are Brock may not be here. Dave Barclay says, I believe they've just been saying no interceptions, no interceptions. Well, if that's the case, then you're taking away what Brock does best. Chris Tellerico, which is play freely and play with confidence. Chris Tellerico says, sad thing is that this should have been the season that they had after they drafted Trey. Fans were willing to take a 500 season then, but it's too late now. Shanny has to finally be done. Okay. Dave says, does Tang run around first? Oh my gosh, dude, I'm not even. Dave says Jennings and Mason have been the most of the offense. Yeah, they have been. They have been. But Mason can't even get on the field. Dave says, never thought I'd hope for a Jimmy G quick release. All right. Dave says, remember Jess, Brock now says Jimmy, then throw. Dude, when Grant said that, I was dying laughing. Hold on, we'll get there in a second. We'll get there in a second. I want to watch this play, but I want to see this. I was dying. Dazza says, what could we get for Purdy in a trade? I don't know, man. I don't know. Couple seconds, maybe. Probably get a couple seconds because you got to remember the team that takes him's got to pay him a lot of money too. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing good, Rick. How are you, man? Doing good. All right, let's watch this play. Let's see where he's looking on this one. See where he's looking on this one. Okay. I won't comment on it because I can't play quarterback in the NFL, so I can't say anything. Maybe one of you guys in the chat can, but I'm not allowed to. So I'll just leave that to the experts, I guess. Ball just gets tipped on this one. Also, what down is this? Hold on a second. 2nd and 23. I mean, it's like best case scenario, you're picking up 4 or 5 yards there. I hate, we've watched this like 5 times today. Super deep routes, and then like an underneath guy. I don't know. Whatever. And I get it if you're going to run everybody off over the middle so that you can throw it to somebody running underneath. Like, okay, hold on a second. Okay. So you're running your guys off here. What if, I'm just throwing this out there. What if Pearsall ran a drag route? What if he had done that instead? Like you're running everybody off, but that's not going to get Pearsall open way on the outside. That's for I guess you got CMC on a return route over here. But like what if Pearsall was dragging and then you made a corner go across traffic and cover him all the way across the field? I don't know. He doesn't have to run into CMC. Why? That's why you have depth. There's different depths. They don't have to run the same exact depth. Look at all this room, dude. Look at all this room. Why does he have to run at a 2-yard depth and run into CMC? That doesn't have to happen. Or maybe instead of a return route, you have him run a pivot and pivot outside while Pearsall comes across. You don't have to run that route. Like, there is no rule that says, oh, CMC has to run that route too. I don't know. You know more, though. You're right. You already established that I don't get to talk on it. So you're right. Listen to Steve-O. Steve-O, will you just comment on what you think should happen on all these? I'll let you have the floor, man. I'll play it for you. Just let me know. Do you need me to rewind, fast forward? Let me know what's going on. I'm just curious. What do you think should have happened there? Here, I'll just rewind it again. Here, in fact, I'll give it. Let's do this. I'll just slow motion it for you. I want to make sure you see the coverage. You know, if they're in man or zone, you know what I mean? What should happen? What should they have done there? Like, what are your thoughts? Here, we'll just show you another angle. That way you can just get it, really take it in here. What do you think? Steve-O, this isn't making good for good entertainment, man. I need to hear your thoughts. You've seen the play like 7 times, man. How many times do you need to watch it? See, now we're already past it, man. Disappointed me. You had your chance. You had your chance. Again, we've watched this. 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Why does everything have to be so deep? Why? Look at where the sticks are at. I mean, okay. Okay. Nobody timed you out. That's full BS. You'd have been on a 5-minute timeout if you were timed out. It's definitely been less than 5 minutes. You didn't get timed out. You're lying. And yes, I agree. Debo should have kept running. That being said, on this, why is everything so damn deep? On 1st and 10. If somebody ran the route I was talking about again, would they run into CMC again? Would they have ran into CMC? It's happening all game long, man. All game long. It's happening all game long. Just deep routes. Everything's going deep to clear out. I don't even know what. I mean, he could have hit Saubert there for sure. But again, why not give him something across the middle to look at? I don't. Anyways. It's just a weird play design. And here's the other thing. Actually, here's the bigger problem. Now that I think about it, now that I know where we're at in the game, you have 24. This originally, this is what pissed me off. And I had talked about this after the game as well. Why, inside your own 25-yard line with 24 seconds left, are you even doing anything to put the ball in risk? That's problem number one. And then problem number two is you've got no easy play for him to make. So not only are you running a play with 24 seconds left inside your own 25, problem number one, which is risky in itself already, but you're doing everything to make it more risky. Why? I agree, Lava. He's not. But there isn't really a major check down there. I mean, I guess CMC, on the backside of the play, but man, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to say that 1,000 times today. Going to be the the phrase that pays. And they got a penalty, right, which moved him up a couple yards. I think it was a holding call. But again, let's just throw right at Witherspoon because that's worked out fantastic today. Let's pick the best corner, and no matter who's on him, we're just going to throw directly at him all day long. Great game plan, guys. I mean, dude, what? What good's going to come from that throw? Honestly. You've got the best corner on their team by far, one of the best corners in the league on a rookie wide receiver. And you're asking the quarterback who doesn't have the strongest arm to just fit it into the tie. I don't. Wow. Okay. Great job, guys. Great job. Could have done that 3 plays ago. And that. Like if you're going to run plays with 24 seconds left that far into your own side of the field, see that draw play and that screen play, those are the plays you should have ran. And if one breaks, then you're like, okay, we just broke one for 30 yards or whatever, 20 yards. Now we can hurry up and start throwing downfield and taking chances. But if not, at least you did something safe and got out of there. But instead, you're running deep routes. Everything's deep. And then Purdy's thrown into tight window coverages. It just doesn't make any sense to me, man. It makes no sense to me. No sense to me at all. We don't understand it either. Dude, we don't understand it either. We don't understand it either. All right, here we are. Start of the second half. After an interception, mind you. because Gino threw a pick to start the second half. Remember. I wonder what the can play was on this one. What do you think? When they showed blitz late here, what was the alternative option? I don't know. I don't know what it was. I'm just curious. I don't think Purdy's that hurt. I think he's sore. He ran the ball a lot. He got hit. Should be okay. He'll play. Bose is the one we should be worried about. Bose is the one we should be worried about. I don't know that he's going to play. Kyle does be lying for sure. Kyle does be lying. Okay, you got 1st and 10 inside the 20. Here's the problem. When you bail out of the pocket, instead of just hitting Debo, you risk holding calls. You risk holding calls. Dang, Juice really went down tough there, didn't he? I'm surprised he passed protocol and was able to come back in. Love thought he got blocked in the back. Look at that. Well, really, it's his own guy shoving him into him. Jeez, man. Knee straight to the head. That's rough, man. That's brutal. That is brutal. It's a nice play call. Too bad it got called back due to a penalty. It's actually a nice play call. I do like this play call. It's legit. It's actually a really good play call. It's pretty creative. Nice job, Kyle. Yeah, he sends one in motion, and then another. It's actually a nice little play design. It didn't work, but I'd like to see it more in the future. It's a good play. It's a good play, folks. It's a good play. And as long as you block it up right, it's going to work. Witherspoon's causing this team all sorts of problems, though. My gosh, man. I mean, I feel like everything is centered around him and how good he is. Now you've got 3rd and super long, right? I think 2nd and super long. They're just giving up everything underneath. Dude, dump it off to CMC. No wonder your shoulder's sore, man. You're barreling down on 13, a linebacker with your throwing arm. You could have just dumped it off to CMC. I'd be sore too. I'd be sore too. Hey, Lions have their injuries too, Steve-O. They have their injuries too. I think Anzalone just broke his arm this weekend. Look at how clean of a break he gets here. There we go. Give him a little eye candy with Pearsall. Nice, easy throw to Jennings. Nice. I like it. There we go. Look at that. Look at how free-flowing the offense can be. We're taking what's given to us. Look at that. And we're actually given options, Kyle. Look at this. It's pretty sweet, right? Doesn't have to be big chunk plays. Just get the ball in the hands of your receivers and let them go to work. Doesn't have to be difficult every time. Man, this quarter flew by. This whole game flew by. Good old McKivitz. Good old McKivitz. Getting worked over there. Thank you for that, McKivitz. Good job. How does somebody get in that free? What happens here? Oh, look at who it is. Look who it is. Our boy Devin Witherspoon. Once again, wrecking everything. Dude, this guy single-handedly was a nightmare. Single-handedly, man. This guy's, he's so good. He's so good. He's only in year 2, man. This guy is a one-man wrecking crew. Devin Witherspoon. So good. Sending late blitzes, man. It's good film study. I bet you he has an option there. To blitz or not to blitz? That is the question. Gosh, Debo just has nothing. Nothing. That'd be a good little play action play, right? Kyle does this where he sets things up later, or he used to. I don't know about it anymore. Run a play action there. have the defense flow this way and then have routes going against the defense. Like imagine Pearsall cutting in and then back out. Dude. The offense is third down and long. Just throw it to Jennings, man. He's going to run a comeback on the best corner again. And he's going to just make a man catch every time. And that was the offense last week against Tampa, too. Or as well, I should say. Just Jennings will get open. Don't worry, Jennings got it. He's got it. It's just so difficult for these guys. Okay, a couple run plays, yada, yada. Third down and 11. Dude, Jennings. Man, Jennings is ridiculous. And honestly, the offensive line here does a pretty good job to give Purdy time. They're showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. They send 5, and they give him time to hit his back foot and hitch up. It's pretty good. And then Jennings, although running short of the sticks, is just going to go ahead and carry 1, 2, 3, 4 across the first down. My gosh, man. It's just, let's watch it again. So ridiculous. Wow. That's incredible. Here's the touchdown. See, every once in a while, Kyle does some cool stuff. Every once in a while, he'll do some cool stuff. And he's able to do it, stuff like this, because he knows Purdy has the foot quickness to get away. Like, he knows he can leave an interior guy, and Purdy has the foot quickness to get away. But that's a cool play design. Just wide open. It's good play design, good execution. Good play design, good execution. Oh, this was the final. Was this the final drive? This was. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. Okay. Okay, 3:56 left. Ball's on the 37-yard line. Remember, the defense just got to stop on 3rd and 4th down. You ready? Third and 4th down. Okay. You then run for a first down on the first play. You're near midfield. Okay. Big deal. Back to the line of scrimmage. But holding on the defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. So you've got another first down. Okay? Another first down here. You're now across the 50-yard line. Okay, you run the ball again. You're keeping the clock going. No issue with that. Definitely wish you would have picked up some yards. Maybe, I don't know, ran Mason up the left side there instead of tossing outside. But, what are you going to do? Either way, clock's running. Looking good. 3:02 left, 2nd and 11. Need about 10, 12 yards here. You get another first down. This game's pretty much over. Now, I agree with what was said on the telecast. I wish Jennings was running this route. I don't know that Jennings catches this football. You put that ball out in front of him, man, and this game is over. Over. No, I know Jennings was a decoy. No. Let me be clear. I wish Debo was the decoy and Jennings was running the crosser. Let me be clear. But I don't know that even Jennings makes that play. As good as he's been and being the bigger player. But if that ball's out in front of Debo, 49ers leave yesterday with a win. So you got 3rd and 11. Going to get a blitz. There's Witherspoon once again. He's going to force the quick throw. You're short of the sticks, and you start on your own 37. You don't even get in field goal range, and you take, I believe it was a minute 14 is what they took off the clock. A minute 14 was it. And now you're giving the ball back to Seattle so they can go win the game. And that's essentially your game. That's it. There you go. There you go. Let's watch while we're here. While we're here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Here we go. Here we go. You guys can see that? Yeah? Good? All right. I mean, while we're here, there's a couple of guys that take a lot of crap for. Huh? Taking some crap over the years. Been told that old Brock Purdy's better than Justin Herbert because Justin's on a team that doesn't win, right? Funny how all of a sudden Justin's a completely different player, right? He must be a completely different player than what he's been for years. Just because the Chargers are winning, there's no way he's played this good his whole life. That can't be possible because QB wins, right? Right, guys? Let's see how he did with the game on the line, huh? Shall we? Let's check it out. Or let's just take a gander. Let's take a gander. We got 45 seconds here. You're on your own 16-yard line. Also need a field goal to put this baby away. Tie game. See how old Herbie does, huh? For those of you that missed it. Not bad. Take 30 yards on first down. Because I'll tell you what, man, when I watch 6'6" quarterbacks with rocket arms, accuracy, and mobility, I say to myself, give me a 6-foot quarterback who throws with anticipation, huh? Right? That's what we all say. Because QB wins, right? For sure. For sure. Let's take a look here. All right, so we're down to 31 seconds. Don't worry. Tight end's just going to go ahead and drop that one and make it harder on him. No big deal. So the 49ers are the only ones that have drops in crucial situations, right? Just going to go ahead and drop that one. Okay. Down to 31 seconds. 2nd and 10. Because you don't need a strong arm until you need it, right? Let's watch him get drilled and throw the ball 30 yards across the field on a rope. Not even follow through. QB wins, though. QB wins. Okay, cool. Just making sure we're on the same page. Chargers win that one. Spoiler alert. Let's go see what Josh Allen was up to with the game on the line against the Chiefs, shall we? Shall we? Let's lay the situation out. Buffalo's up 2. Ball on Kansas City's 26-yard line. You could kick a field goal. You could. You can go up 5, give the Chiefs the ball, and let Patrick do what he always does. Or you could say, you know what, Josh? Why don't you go win this one for us on 4th and 2, huh? See what old Josh Allen does. Give me anticipation, though, huh? Yeah. Because being 6'5" and an athletic freak has no place in this league. Just figured I'd take a gander around the league, see how things went for other teams this week. Good thing. Anyways, there you go. Checking things out over there. Seeing how the big athletic guys do. Dave Barclay says, out on Lyle. So what else? Jess, you cook? No, I'm not a great cook by any means. That is not my forte. I just loaded up on groceries before elbow surgery. Oh, you have an elbow surgery? And now I can't open anything. So DoorDash has become almost necessary. What do you like to cook? Real bad. I'm not great at any of it. If anything, barbecue, air fryer is like a godsend. If you don't have an air fryer in your life, you're doing it wrong. You can cook anything in there. You can cook hamburgers, you can cook steaks, chicken, fish, potatoes, anything frozen, edamame. There's a lot. Air fryers are like so versatile. Niners have a better roster than those teams, but those teams have elite QBs. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. 49ers have an elite quarterback too. You watch your mouth. Go Vera Von Jinx says, I just got an air fryer a month ago. Best purchase ever, right? Best purchase ever. Tommy says, I'm an excellent cook. That's why I'm a chef. I thought you're like a guitar player. You're a good guitar player, right? Spoiler. Jesse Stick. Who's Jesse Stick? Is only white creator to not like Brock. We get it. What does being white have to do with anything? I have to like a guy because hold on a second. Wait, what? Gosh, dude. Steve-O, I have so many nice things I would love to say to you right now. All right, dude. Okay. We need to get you. Here's what we need to do. We need to do a call in. We'll get you and Tommy to call in, and we'll have you guys. We'll have you guys do a little rock session for us. I think that'd be awesome. Dude, I don't. What? You have to like our white quarterback because you're also white. No, I have to like him because I'm a fan of the team, not because he's white. Oh my gosh, dude. Unbelievable. I've thought Brock has been injured all season, covering up for a contract, maybe. Passes up throws. Maybe. That's the hard thing, we're not in an athlete's body. That is entirely possible. It is. But I would say then the problem is why is he more mobile than ever? You know what I mean? You're gonna get cooked, man. I'm just saying. And you opened yourself up for that one. I just showed you two white quarterbacks. I just showed you two white quarterbacks. How come you don't like them? Do they not play white enough for you? Is that a problem, Steve-O? A little too athletic for you? Come on, dude. What the hell? Jesse, who do you think was banging the table for Javon Hargrave? I don't know. I don't know. But it was a bad decision. It was a bad decision. Spidey G says, Jesse, if the 49ers won the Super Bowl in either February 2020 or 2022 or 2023 or 2024, do you think the fans would be upset with the Niners being 5-5 right now? Because I don't. No, definitely not. Definitely not. No. If they had a Super Bowl, everything would change. Everything would change. uh I imagine I would have the same things to say about Brock that I do today. He's the same exact player. I'd have the same exact critiques. Let's see what else. Not Kyler. Hey, Kyler has all the skills and ability and everything to be that guy. He just, I don't know. I don't know. What's up, man? He says, what's up, Jesse? Debo was open on plays that could have gotten big yards or even touchdown. Brock seems hesitant to throw. Almost Jimmy 2.0. I don't know. I hate the Jimmy comparisons because he is better than Jimmy. He just is. But he is definitely hesitant, and I don't know what it is. It's been there all season long. We've seen it week after week after week. I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't understand it. Because again, it was plays that he himself made. It's not like I'm saying, "Hey, X quarterback over here makes these plays, you should too." They're plays that Brock himself has made. So stupid. Well, Kyle didn't want to develop the 6'4" quarterback he had, remember? I mean, Josh Allen is the reason that Lance was here. It just wasn't the right pick. And he moved up for a pick, not a player. That was the first problem. That was the first problem. Who's winning the Monday Night Football game? What's the score of that one? Let's score that one. Is Dallas is actually putting up a little game? Look at Dallas. All right. Let's see what old Cooper Rush is doing. I had to pick him up I'm in a 2 quarterback league. And so I had to pick up Cooper Rush as like a bye-week filler. Okay. CeeDee Lamb is useless in fantasy, it seems. But at least Cooper Rush can put up points, although it doesn't really matter because Mixon is not on my team. He's on the opposite team. But Josh didn't become Josh till year. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. He definitely didn't. And Bills fans were ready to write him off. I've got a Bills fan. I've got multiple friends that are Bills fans. I wonder if I still have it. Actually, let me see if I still have it. Let me see if I still have it. Because if I do, this will be funny. Oh, yeah. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. This is great. January 2021. This is my buddy. He played quarterback in college, and he was the quarterback of my flag football team as well. Played a little bit of semi-pro. He's a Bills fan. I have a whole back and forth in 2021 standing up for Josh Allen. Bills fan. He wanted to move on from Josh Allen in 2021. 2021. This is him. Like I said, he's not our franchise quarterback. You can throw around numbers all you want. Maybe he has it in another few good years like this one. I will not consider him a franchise until then. Like an hour and a half, we went back and forth. Basically, what I was explaining to him, and I remember this playoff run. They had lost in the playoffs, and Josh Allen, they had lost in the playoffs, and he blamed Josh as the reason why. They had, in a 3-game playoff stretch, 153 designed pass plays to 30 designed runs. And I was like, dude, no quarterback can just do that on his own, being, I think, 3 years into the league at that time. No quarterback can do that. You're literally running it or passing at a 5-to-1 clip. And Josh Allen had more runs himself on dropbacks than they had designed runs in a 3-game playoff stretch. I was like, what do you expect him to do? Oh, no, he's not a franchise quarterback. That was a Bills fan. Great One says Jesse always stands up for Allen, and allegedly Steve-O always. Oh my God, dude. All right, okay. I should have read that one. I should have read that one. Schneider was close to trading Russ and drafting Allen. Thank God that didn't happen. Thank God that didn't happen. That would have been awful. Is Stroud regressing? Yeah, looks like he is a little bit for sure. But this is the thing, right? Like, it's a league, a counter league, all that stuff. So the league has adjusted to CJ. So what does CJ do in year 3? And this is why I always say, everybody knows I love CJ Stroud. He was my number 1 quarterback in that draft. He looked like he was on his way to being elite. But you cannot crown players before they've done it for 3 years. You just can't do it. Not quarterbacks, especially. Because you don't know. You got to let the league counter to players and then let them counter back. We're in the biggest rush to just elite. We got to throw the elite tag on people. He was like an MVP favorite going into this year. After 1 year. You've got a buddy in Washington, Jaden Daniels, who was my number 1 quarterback this year. Again, a guy that I like Jaden a lot. He was my number 1 guy, much like CJ Stroud was a year ago. And I love what he's doing. But let's see it for a few years before we just start. He's elite. Now, certainly they have all the traits to be elite. There's nothing physically that's going to hold them back from being elite, other than Jaden's got a small frame. But, I mean, he's not limited due to his arm or mobility or anything like that. Smarts. being able to I mean, there's nothing physically that's going to hold him back, but that doesn't mean that he's done it yet. Let's see it for 3 years. Let's see these guys for 3-4 years before we just say they're elite. They have the makings to be elite, and I like them both very, very much. And you know what's ironic about this is the way that I just talked about them is okay, right? Nobody has a problem with the way that I just talked about those two quarterbacks. And you know why? Because they're not the quarterbacks of the San Francisco 49ers. But if I said that same thing, and I have many times over with Brock Purdy, it's an issue. It's an issue. And like those other quarterbacks, I was way higher on Brock than the rest of the league was. The league had him as an undrafted or 7th round prospect. I had a 3rd round grade on Brock Purdy. But because I want to see it for multiple years before just saying he's elite, it's an issue. 49er fans take an issue with that. And so, yeah, I play into it a little bit. For sure. I definitely go over the top on purpose to piss people off. But ultimately, my thought on Brock is no different than it is on CJ Stroud or Jaden Daniels. The two guys that I had as the number 1 quarterbacks coming out the year that they were drafted. And that have shown good things. The stance is ultimately stack years before I crown you as elite. Simple. It's simple. But that's a problem. That's true also. That too. You're right. You're right, Brother Bob. You're right. Hey, you might get yourself that hat though, yeah? Yeah, I mean, listen, Jane Daniels, he's right now, but in 2 years he may not be right. 2 years he might be right, or he may not be right. We don't know. So, and he's playing better now, but it's 1 year. It's 1 year, not even a full year yet. The assumption is he's going to go up from here, but look at what's happened to CJ. He's taken a bit of a step back. Herbert was the same way, by the way. Go look at Herbert's rookie year. And not that he took a major step back in year 2. He was still good, but it wasn't as good, right? And he kind of went on this like little bit of a decline for a couple years, but he was still good. Don't listen. Herbert was still very good. But this happens. It's okay. You just need to stack years. There should be no rush to crown anybody because we're going to find out. Like if a player is going to be elite, if Stroud's going to be elite, or Jaden Daniels or Brock or whoever, Jordan Love is another one. Like if these guys are going to be elite, we'll know soon enough. 3 years from now, we'll know if all of these guys are or are not. We will know unequivocally. Just like we found out with Josh Allen. Just like we found out with Burrow and Lamar and Herbert and all these other guys and Tua and Goff and Wentz. Like the truth will come out. We don't have to rush to crown anybody. And rushing to crown players is where you can find yourself in a little bit of trouble because a lot of you don't think Carson Wentz looked like he was going to be elite after his first year or 2 in the league? Remember Carson Wentz, how he started his career? Dude, Carson Wentz had everything going for him until he didn't. Dave says, Brother Bob, I have to like Brock Wait. Facts. That's factual. That's not the rule. I just heard this. It's crazy. For sure. If you want to crown them, then go ahead and crown them. But the Bears are if you want to crown them, then crown them. But the Bears are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Thank you, Sal. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, listen, I wasn't as high on Caleb, but let's give him a couple years. Let's see what it looks like for him. I mean, I would say right now it doesn't look great, but he's in a really crappy situation. Spidey G says, Jesse, why has Brock been average since December 25, 2023? I would imagine for a lot of the same reasons that CJ Stroud has been this year. You got to remember, like, his rookie year was so short, and then it ended with that arm injury. Really, last year, around December, was the time that he was starting kind of year 2 of his career as far as games played. So yeah, now there's enough film on Brock, and teams are able to put together really good game plans. And so now it's on Brock to kind of counter that. Brock and Kyle, not just Brock, right? The coach has to help as well. But that's where we're at. We're in stage 3. Brock played really good. League countered. And now we're at about the point where it's time for stage 3, which is, what is Brock's counter to the counter? And after we see it for a year or two, then the dust will settle and we'll know exactly what he is or what he is not. Just like we have with every other quarterback before him. Just takes time. My bad. Jesse, you skipped my super chat. Why not? No, I didn't skip it. I definitely read it. I said I laughed and said we have the exact same questions as you do, which is, we don't know. I wish we knew the answer because we agree with you. I think maybe you stepped out or something, but I definitely read it. Dave Barclay says, just found out I'm white too, bro. Crazy. That you just figured that out. Good for you, man. Really happy for you. But yeah, PGZ, I have no idea, man. I wish. Matthew says, for anyone defending Kyle and Brock, just know a month ago they scored 36 on the same team in defense on the road. Why did they score 17 at home? I like Brock, by the way, and I don't hate Kyle, but come on. And you notice how we always have to like preface? Guys. I'm going to say something truthful here. And instead of just saying the truth, so we all know that you're in this chat as a 49er fan. And this, I'm not taking a shot at you, Matt. I hope you don't think that at all. I just think it's funny that most of the people in here are 49er fans. So it's a given that you like Kyle and you like Brock and you root for them. But you always have to preface it before you say something that might be perceived as controversial and negative. Because if not, the mob will come for you. Realize how stupid that is? Brother Bob says, Dave, you're white. Listen, Brock, Herbert. Yeah, I agree. Brock's better than Herbert. I don't like Kyle. All right, fair enough. Maybe you should preface that you don't like like Kyle then. No, listen, totally fine. I just think it's funny that you have to clarify, because otherwise they'll just get ran out of the building by most people. If you don't just glaze, then oh my gosh. They don't, man. They don't sleep. And Purdy files will come after you. Lava says, not controversial, contradictory to what's been said previously. Jimmy G carried Kyle. I don't know about that one. I don't know how he's looked since he left. Yeah, I think anybody with sanity would. Tia says, I've always said Brock was mid. He's a good quarterback, but he needs elite talent to beat. Sorry, hold on. To beat the elite quarterbacks in the AFC. Yeah, I mean, there's some really good quarterbacks over there. That's for sure. Agree. Agree. What super? What about? I don't think I skipped a super. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I just read it. Talking about the one where he said that Herbert was better. I'm pretty sure I read his super chat. It's true. This is true. More talented than all those other teams. This is true. We were actually just talking about this, but I'll catch you up. I think Stroud, like everybody else, has to prove it for multiple years before he gets crowned. I don't think it's that controversial. I don't think it's that controversial. Cryptic says Kyle Shanahan should get blame, but these penalties kill us for sure. Those penalties were not ideal, man. Not ideal. For sure. He definitely does. But that doesn't mean he is. He's got to prove it. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Brock struggles and Purdy. They're the same guy. Am I missing something? The real, the real question is Danny DeVito a leader? Bro, are you kidding me? Danny DeVito is elite, and anybody that doesn't see that, I mean, at this point, he might be better than Josh Allen. Just saying. Just saying. Purdy would hypothetically win the Super Bowl in all those years with the 49ers, but he couldn't win the Super Bowl in 2023. 49ers, who had a prime CMC, make it make sense. Yeah, who said that they would have won it that year? Oh, do you mean Stroud? Oh, okay. That puts your okay. You said Brock struggles and Purdy struggles are equivalent. You meant Stroud and Purdy, I assume. Uh, I mean, before the season, I said I wasn't buying their brand. I didn't think the Jets would be great by any means. I didn't expect this, but I thought they'd be like 8-9, 9-8 type of team, something like that. Something like that. Jesse, to answer your question, a David Lombardi fan said that to me on Twitter. Which one? Sorry, I'm a little lost. Said what? Okay. All right, I got you. That he would have won all those Super Bowls. Sounds legit. No, it wasn't his fault. He just wasn't the reason that they would have won. He wasn't the reason they would have won. How do you feel about Shanahan's coaching tree? D'Amico has success. McDaniels has success when Tua is healthy. Saleh, I believe, can still coach on defense. Jets defense really fell apart after he left. Yeah, I think Shanahan has done a really good job of developing coaches. I do believe that. But we can talk about all the coaches that have been plucked away from the 49ers, and it has been a lot. But go look at how many coaches the Rams have lost in the same span. It's been really bad over there too. So, no excuses, unfortunately. At least your Celtics are good. How do you become a Celtic and a 49er fan? That one's interesting. I got to know the story on that one. Thankfully, those coaches don't have Kyle. Did I say Danny DeVito? Did I say Danny or Tommy? My bad. I probably did say Danny DeVito. Oh yeah, you're right. He is. You're right. He is a Celtics fan and a Niner fan. That's a good call. CJ Stroud playing great. It's not his fault. His O line is not playing good so far. Listen, true. That is true. His offensive line is atrocious. Atrocious. That is true. Also, again, coming from a CJ Stroud guy, all right? I want to preface that again. Big CJ Stroud guy here. You can't go 11 for a 30 in a game. You just can't. Yes, there was a couple drops. Yes, the offensive line was awful. It just can't happen. It can't happen. Jesse, if the Niners don't make the playoffs, which is likely, are we going another 4 years of rebuilding again? That's my worry, Cryptic. That's my worry because that's why I was so big on blowing it up and rebuilding this offseason and then also at the trade deadline was because if you don't and they didn't, I think you're setting yourself back at least a year, maybe two, because of all these contracts that you're going to have to dump at some point. That's my concern. Is that because they didn't do that, which is why I understand why they did not do that. I knew they wouldn't do that. It's a business. They got to make money. They're trying to sell season tickets. All of that plays. But as far as a football move goes, by not doing that, they're really making things tough on themselves to retool / rebuild on the fly. Lakers, boo them too. I don't know that Jimmy would have a winning record with this team. I doubt it. What's up, Sal? I'm more frustrated with Kyle's play calling. How can you not run the ball more with Mason and Garendo? Dude. 49ers should draft Arch Manning in 2025 or 2026. I wish. Oh, completely agree. And that's already like established. We know the answer to that, but it doesn't mean that he's a lead either. Rush is so bad tonight, but for fantasy, I'd probably root for a meteor to hit the earth. That's probably what I would root for. Spaghetti 49 says 49ers go draft Arch Manning in 2025 or 2026. Yeah, that's going to be tough, though. He's going to be a number one pick. Jesse, do you think we're the modern day version of Andy Reid's Eagles? Because I do. No, that's a great point. I know that like Brother Bob has given Kyle the Kyle Levy treatment, but they made 4 straight Super Bowls. We're definitely early 2000s Eagles. I think we're a lot closer to that. Going through the quarterbacks, for sure. For sure. It's too late now. Uh, he has the last name Manning. What more does he need to do? I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of college football unless it's Oregon. I'm late to the party. Anyone decipher Yuke's comment? No, dude, I have no idea what Brandon Ayuk was trying to say. And unfortunately, I think this chat is full of a bunch of guys our age that also won't be able to decipher what the hell he was talking about. Yeah, McNabb. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the team. That's the team. I did. I did. I also saw the clause that they couldn't really hit each other. It was an exhibition. It was stupid. But the fight, Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, that was one of the best boxing fights I've seen in a long, long time. Long time. Long time. That was a great fight. Anybody that watched that fight and didn't enjoy it, man. Yeah, completely different players though, for sure. Serrano was robbed, right? Robbed. I agree. Blazers. Portland Trail Blazers. Unfortunately. But I say it with my chest out. Portland Trailblazer fan here. I'm glad we don't have to play you again for the rest of the season. Go Hawks. Yeah, good game to you too, man. Good game to you too. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, that was bad. It wasn't Mayweather McGregor. You're right. It was way better. Way better. Although I will say Mayweather McGregor, man, that time, it's that 2016 time frame. Talk about getting the sports world buzzing. That was it. That was it. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. He definitely carried him, like, once they got to, like, round 5 or so, but I don't think he could have finished him. He just he doesn't Mayweather at that stage in his career didn't have the power to do that. He had to wait till Connor gassed out, which he knew was gonna happen, and then he was able to just pour it on. Iversons with the honeycombs and then the suede toe. They did, like, the patent leather thing later, but the originals were suede. Yeah, Iversons for sure. For sure. Yeah, I don't think so. Although I did think that the Steelers preseason, I thought the Steelers were what everybody thought the Jets were actually. A lot of the people that were high on the Jets, I was looking at the Steelers roster going, if they can get anything from their quarterback, it's going to be legit. It's going to be legit. Wait, what? Tyson and Paul was better than what? Who said that? Better than Mayweather McGregor? Who the hell wore Shaqs? A lot of people. Yeah, I don't know that that's actually going to happen. The Bills this season were unironically what everyone thought the 49ers were. You know what's interesting about them too is this was supposed to be the down year. This was supposed to be the take a step back, retool, and bounce back next year. They cut so many starters to clear salary. This was supposed to be the down year. But when you have a Josh Allen, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. That's an elite quarterback. And they had no intention on trading for somebody like Amari Cooper until they realized, like, oh, wow, Josh makes us still really good when we aren't supposed to be. Okay, let's go get him a weapon and rent him for a year. Don't sleep on his hypno. Definitely sleeping. Dude. Dax was Uggs. That's funny. I don't understand it. Jesse said, Jesse, a part of me. Hold on, sorry, I lost my spot. Jesse, a part of me is happy that Harbaugh is bringing the Chargers competitive, but also will be mad if he wins a Super Bowl. Yeah, I like Harbaugh. I thought he got done pretty dirty. Yeah, she was robbed big time, brother Bob. No way. Jordan's shoes will always be iconic. Always be iconic. Nobody will ever rival Jordan's. All right, y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for subbing, liking, having good conversation. You guys are all great. And gals, Tia, see you. You're all great. I really appreciate the support. I don't believe I'm going to do a show here tomorrow. I'm going to be a guest on somebody else's show, and then I've got the NFC West Roundtable. But Wednesday, behind enemy lines, Packers. It's going to be a good one. So thank you all so much. Stay blessed. We'll talk soon. Peace.